What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Sunday Brojitos video. Today we're going into some educational type stuff for you guys because some of you may wonder what we do to get these videos out, how we edit them or film them. So we're going to give you some background knowledge into how we film a YouTube video. And I want to start off by saying probably the most important thing is your camera. Now there's three types of cameras that we use. You know what, call it four types of cameras that we use. On the tripod right in front of me, we have the Sony a6400. This camera came out a couple years ago and we bought it pretty much right when it came out and we first started YouTube. It's amazing to take pictures and videos, and then it allows you to put some mics and different stuff on there. So it's just a great overall camera for vlogging and then creating social media type posts with our photos and stuff like that. So we pretty much use this camera in all of our videos. It's our go-to camera, but this is what our secondary camera is. And you guys might make fun of me, but it's an iPhone 14 Pro. I think Zach has the 13 Pro, and we use this phone right here for all of our snowboarding clips when we're actually on the run. We will put this thing in 4K, which takes up some more data, but it looks super crisp, super nice. And I'm pretty sure this thing has built-in stabilization, which is crazy because the Sony doesn't even have that. You know, you're filming a little intro and it's all like, pfft. Now the third camera that we typically use is a GoPro, but we actually just sold our GoPros off because they weren't as crispy and as good looking as we wanted them to be, especially on the mountain. It didn't look as good. The iPhone looked better than the GoPro. First, we got the Sony, which is just a DSLR camera. Second, we have iPhones. Any type of iPhone will work. Third is GoPro. And then the fourth isn't necessarily a camera, but we use a drone. So for a lot of our videos, we will use the Mavic 2 Pro. Now this is an older model, guys, so you don't even need the top of the line to create videos like this. It just gets awesome aerial footage, so we'll get some footage of Flagstaff, we'll get some footage of Phoenix. Wherever we are, we always love to use the drone. So that starts it off. Category number one, we use a bunch of different cameras.
Alright, so the next thing that we use all the time when we're filming these videos, something you might forget about a lot, but it's really important, it's the camera bag. So this thing is pretty sweet. It holds everything that we need to film the video. We got the camera in there, we got the drone in there, believe it or not. We put some mics in there, we put the lapels in there, the shotgun, maybe some backdrop stuff. This thing can hold everything you need to film the video. Man, this thing does it all. And it fits right on your back just like that. And you're ready to go, man. It's like nothing, dude. Honestly, it sucks really bad going anywhere without it. You're trying to like carry all your stuff in your arms and like hand it to your homies like, yo, can you carry this tripod for me? Like, nah, man, like no more with the camera bag.
The next topic I want to talk about is lenses. Now you're only going to use a lens or lenses if you're using a DSLR camera like the a6400 we are filming on right now. But we have two lenses for this camera. So we have one that came with the camera. We paid a little bit extra to get this lens. And this one is a 16 to 51 millimeter. And the aperture on this one kind of ranges, but the lowest it can go is 3.5. Now this lens is amazing because it allows you to take great photos, still take really good video. And the reason that we like it is two things. One, you can zoom in on this lens, super clutch in a moment when you can't get closer to the subject that you're filming. Number two is going to be the fact that it is so wide. So when you put it on the 16 millimeter feature, it's just, I mean, you can vlog holding it this close to you and it'll pick up you and another person, maybe even three people. So that 16 millimeter lens is super awesome because it just allows you to film in tighter areas and do the vlog style that we usually like to do. So the second one that we have is a Sigma 35 millimeter 1.4 aperture. And now this lens is amazing because it allows us to film the tighter in shots like this. Now something I gotta note about the lenses, you gotta know what type of camera you have because for us, is not a full frame camera. So whenever we get these different types of lenses, it actually crops it in. So this 35 millimeter right now is actually acting as like a 50 millimeter lens. So it's way more zoomed in than most people would think. So just take that into consideration when you're looking at lenses. But like I said, there's so many different lenses. There's probably 25 to 30 just for our camera that you could get. So it's really up to you and what you prefer. The next piece of equipment that we use that is super important into how we make our YouTube videos is actually microphones. And I'd probably put this above any other on the list. Now you might call me crazy, but it's just super important to hear great audio on your videos. I mean, are you ever watching a YouTube video and you hear and a bunch of wind and you're like, this is such a good video right here? Now there's a bunch of different microphones you can get, but when it comes to YouTube directly, I would say a shotgun microphone and a lavalier microphone are probably the two most important. A shotgun microphone we actually have on the camera. You put it on top of the camera, it mounts to it, and then you plug it into the side, and it allows you to get overall audio. It's more directional, so if you're pointing the microphone and the camera at me, it's going to pick up better audio. If you were pointing it at Zach, who's behind the camera, it would get better audio from Zach. This microphone's great, but it kind of sucks in some situations because if there's a bunch of car noise or if your friend's playing music right behind you, it's going to pick up everything. Whereas right now, I'm wearing a lapel microphone and we're using this as our main audio. And if you can tell, it's very crispy, it's very direct on just me, and you probably can't hear the fan that's going above us. Now, let's have Zach explain what the next piece of equipment we use is.
All right, guys, so the last thing that we use that is essential for filming these videos is pretty broad, but I'm gonna have to say extra accessories like tripods, backdrops, gimbals, lights, all that good stuff. You don't necessarily need all that. You don't need a gimbal, you know, you could just go out and film with the camera. You don't need lights if you got good lighting, but all of these different things that we have to film these videos, it just ups the game a little bit, ups our content. You know, if you go somewhere and you don't have that light that you thought that you would have, at least you have some extra lights so you could set them up and make it look how you want it to look. Gimbals, you know, that's just helping with the stability. You don't need those, but it's really nice having those, especially if you're trying to get those really stable shots. Backdrops, if you guys need to, you know, cut out some background and you just want a straight background, backdrops are always good to have too. These are just the things that are gonna make your content just a little bit spicier, you know, add a little bit of flair to that shit, you know, instead of just going out, taking the camera and filming, whatever. And that's gonna end it off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We tried to do a little bit more of an educational video for you guys, just to show you how we film these videos, what we put into it to make it so good for you guys. If you guys wanna make videos yourself, you know, just start off with whatever you can get. Kind of go in this list of, we had the first 4 essential items that you really need, and then the 5th was just, you know, extra stuff that you don't really want to start off with buying a tripod or lights. You want to start off with getting the camera, getting your microphone, and make sure you have a good lens going with it so you could be able to film your videos. If you guys like that, give it a thumbs up. We appreciate all you guys' support. Leave a comment down below what you guys think the most essential item is for filming a YouTube video. And last but not least, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all you guys for watching. We post a video every Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned. That being said, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.